Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap.
Welcome to your Cleveland Browns recap, where the defending champs continue to make a statement this regular season. Week 5 saw the Browns dominate the Raiders on the road, stretching their strong start to 4-1. Tonight's Cleveland studio timeout is brought to you by the Game magazine. Week 5. The Cleveland Browns headline the #1 power picture, with the award race getting louder, depth chart movement, and the stories behind the score. The Browns put on a show, cruising to a 34-14 victory over the Raiders. Shedeur Sanders led the charge with 187 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, showcasing why he's a recurring story thread this season. The Browns' offense was balanced, with Ashton Jeanty making key contributions on the ground and through the air, while receivers Trey Harris and Brock Bowers each found the end zone. Defensively, Sherrod Clark forced a crucial fumble, and the entire unit held strong, limiting the Raiders to just 14 points. What did you think about the team's performance today against the Raiders?
Hey Angie, we executed our game plan really well and it showed on the scoreboard.
How important is it to keep stacking wins as you move through the season?
Yeah, Angie, it's crucial for us to stay consistent and keep building momentum in this division race.
Jenny here with your Week 5 MVP race. At number 5, Cam Ward for the Titans, back on the board, 1,241 yards and 5 touchdowns. At number 4, Jaden Daniels for the Commanders, up 1 spot, 1,325 yards and 7 touchdowns. At number 3, Brock Purdy for the 49ers, holding steady, 1,295 yards and 10 touchdowns. At number 2, Marquise Burley for the Falcons, back on the board, 1,218 yards and 11 touchdowns. At number 1, Darren Pearman for the Rams, holding steady and number 1 for 3 straight weeks, with 1,341 yards, 15 touchdowns, 2 picks, 268.2 a game. Right now, Darren Pearman for the Rams is setting the pace. That's your Week 5 MVP race. I'm Jenny. That 34-14 score flatters the Browns, because outside of Shedeur Sanders' efficient 17 of 23 for 187 and 2 TDs, this game was choppy, inconsistent, and nowhere near as dominant as it looks on paper.
No, Jenny, this was finally the clean, wire-to-wire control win Cleveland's been building toward, with Shedeur calmly steering the offense and Antonio Johnson's slamming the door on any Raiders momentum.
We've seen this movie since week 1, a couple of splash plays, a late defensive highlight, and everyone pretends the lulls, stalled drives, and lack of four-quarter rhythm don't matter.
Those so-called lulls are just normal game flow, and what matters is Cleveland repeatedly dictating terms, cashing in behind Shedeur, and letting a playmaker like Johnson turn a solid win into a statement blowout. Coach, the Browns just crushed the Raiders 34-14. What did you think of that performance?
Solid execution, Angela. Shedeur Sanders lit up the field, showing why he's a star. And Antonio Johnson? He was everywhere on defense, making plays.
Absolutely. But anyone in the doghouse this week?
Nope, everyone stepped up. But we did extend Samshawn Jones. So that's some good news for the squad.
In injury news, the Browns will be without Adonis Gray for at least 2 weeks, and Antonio Johnson, despite a game-wrecking interception, is expected out for a week. On the roster front, the Browns extended key players like Sean Jones and Hugh McKee, while making moves that included releasing wideouts Josh Escobar and Victor Harrison. Rookie Bill Rose made an appearance this week, continuing to gain valuable experience. Coming up on the Ian Rapoport Report, contract smoke, injury timelines, Bears pressure points. Keep the alerts on, because the quiet note is usually the loudest one by kickoff.
Marcus Reed here on Contract Line, early leverage. Last week, Sean Jones re-signed in Cleveland. The pressure board starts with JT Tuimoloau, Maurice Ware, and Ty Hamilton. JT Tuimoloau owns tonight's leverage meter at 81 out of 100. JT Tuimoloau, with torn labrum now part of the file. What do you need to prove before the business side gets serious?
Marcus, the only useful answer is healthy tape. I have to get right, play at my level, and let the business conversation catch up.
Cleveland sits atop the AFC North with a 4-1 record, tied with the Steelers but holding the number 2 seed. The Bengals trail slightly at 3-2, while the Ravens are struggling at 2-3. With their defense ranked number 1 against the run, the Browns are well positioned to maintain their spot in the playoff picture. Top plays came from Shedeur Sanders' pinpoint passing and clutch touchdowns by Trey Harris and Brock Bowers. Defensively, Sherrod Clark's forced fumble energized the Browns and helped seal the win. Ashton Jeanty's elusive running and catching added an extra spark on offense. Next week, the Browns host the Chicago Bears, who bring a tough defense ranked 9th overall and a dangerous quarterback in Caleb Williams. Cleveland will look to build on their winning momentum and continue to cover for injured stars like Adonis Gray. Meanwhile, keeping hot hands like Sanders and Travis Hunter effective will be crucial as the Browns aim to strengthen their grip atop the division. Looking ahead, the Browns get Chicago Bears next. Chicago Bears comes in ranked 31 in the current power picture with a 1-4-0 record. The scouting board shows them at 17 in total offense, 9 in total defense, pass offense 10, rush offense 25, pass defense 9, rush defense 21. On the ratings side they check in at 88 overall. What to watch for? Caleb Williams at quarterback with 1169 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, and 5 picks. Rome Odun's on the perimeter with 0 catches, 433 yards, and 2 scores. Skylar Lafferty anchoring the defense as SS at 91 overall. That is the assignment heading into kickoff, and those are the names Cleveland has to answer. That's it for now. Get ready for next week's showdown against Chicago with all eyes on the Bears' defense, Cleveland's injury updates, and Sanders' continued hot streak. This one's shaping up to be a season-defining battle. Keep an eye on the roster note too. Sean Jones extended by Browns, new. See you next week for a huge showdown with Bears.